Morning, guys. Hope you're all well out there. Well, I've had a fun morning this morning. Just you're running one of my Jobu M5s, so a bit of wood, and I've had so many messages about the little Sachs Dolmar, the 111. So 52cc, still West German at this stage, and so this is a challenge girl. I can't even remember all the different problems that this thing had when it arrived, and so a few people messaged and say, you know, the price has gone up on the listing, and I haven't had a chance to update, but I was offered a donor saw just, and paid 20 for it, and only with the sole intention of wanting just a handful of parts for the other saw, just to see if we could get it up and running, and so they're now all included in the listing. So there's a what looks like a really good 111 fuel tank and good handle, fuel pickups in, fuel cap's present but is damaged. There is various bits of plastic, another brake handle, there is a slightly rusty but a really good looking exhaust, really nice to have actually, spare exhaust. There is a pot with a carburetor and an air filter and an air intake, and there was a partial engine, so it's got air conductor, has a coil, has a massive repair on the underside, so presumably completely shot engine, but or not, has a flywheel with the pulls, spare clutch drum, sprocket itself looks okay, some studs, chain catcher, so there you go. So a combination of all the parts as they arrived. But really it was only just because I couldn't find a pulley for it, and it didn't have the pulley housing, but what it did enable me to do was to get the pulley on, and so now she engages, well, so just to address a couple other things, it's more interesting than anything. A few people said, does she pump oil? And some people before messaged and said about the oil leak. So I thought, while I'm going to do the pulley, I will have a quick look. And so interestingly, what somebody had done, or the last owner, when he'd put the side cover on, he had used a 5mm correct threaded bolt, but it used it about 10mm too long. It pushed a tiny little hole into the left side edge of the oil tank. So I put a metal weld epoxy plug in it. It's tiny, and oiler's working. So here she is then. So she's fitted with a Sabre 3/8 pitch chain with good teeth life. We'll see if it's sharp. It's got a genuine Dolmar 15-inch. I love the Dolmar bar. So genuine Dolmar roller nose bar and felling spike present. So either maybe still great for spares, or maybe just great to use her as she is. Undoubtedly might still need tuning up. Let's see how she runs. I thought we saved the first cut for camera. Interesting as well, after using one of my Jobu M5s, to see how they perform, because they are the 111s are such a beautiful feel of the engine. Ever so torquey, lumpy engine. Okay, so the wood's about 14 to 15 inches, depending on the angle. Let's see how she goes. Be very interesting. guys. That's really satisfying to see this old girl back up and running again, even if somebody just breaks her for spare parts. And well, she cuts really, really so well. Really so well. So the chain may need balancing up slightly, doesn't bog down in the cut. So as so many people, when they sharpen, you tend to find on their dominant side, if they're right-handed, then with the saw facing them this way, they tend to get a deeper groove on one side than the other. But she cuts so well. Let me show her on a restart. So there we go then. That's the 111 now, with just a couple of extra parts fitted. The oil leak is plugged. Still spares a repair, but at least now guys, thanks for watching. Hope the update's useful, and I hope it answers a lot of questions, and hopefully she'll find a great home, either to be broken for parts, or maybe just as a garden saw as she is now, or for rough work. But just bearing in mind there's no chain break. Stay safe, guys. Bye for now. Camera's still on.